So last time, you all revived with a little bit of help from Friend, the very wounded Artemis Starcaller, and all realizing how exhausted and spent you all were from the brief interval with the Ifrit and the runnings before to get to the tattoo and everything else, you decided to rest. Whilst that was happening, we caught glimpses of what occurred in the hours after the battle for Blingdenstone, which has now carried on for 2 days, almost immediately occurring after you had all left, in which they have holed themselves up in the maze, finally, to which you all eventually emerged after discovering the hidden passageway from Leary Skyforger's forge into the foaming mug. Eventually you made your way there, and when you arrived, you found a Sefel and Vlad. And in this very tense conversation, it was very clear that Scylla is none too happy with Sefel. Artomis is both happy and just kind of, all right, let's roll with this. And eventually, as you all moved into the war room, you now have kind of the full layout of the entirety of Blingdenstone, as much has been pieced together through these various old maps and newly drawn depictions of the landscape, and to which Nomi, Chipgrim, and Seni have told you that they believe the best course of action is to create a large enough diversion to attract as many oozes as possible to another location and send a small, essentially strike team into a very cordoned off area to the far northeast where they believe the Pudding King to be hiding. They asked all of you to take on this challenge, and now it is purely to devise the plan at hand. So we did a little bit of talking very briefly beforehand as to who would be accompanying the party. And it seems everybody's decided that Vladimir is the one that shall be the one hanging back. So how do you guys go ahead and tell Vlad, hey, you're not coming?
I think Sefel is actually he was hesitant enough to take Vlad to begin with. So he kind of pulls Vlad aside. I know that you're excitable, and this is something new, and you're very capable. However, you're sort of fresh into the world and these things. And I don't think Sekarak would forgive me if I killed you immediately. So...
You're going to kill me?
No. I'm going to have you stay here. For this fight. We have not fought together yet. We haven't synchronized our styles.
Well, I could stay in the back, use my breath.
I'm sorry if this is disappointing, but to protect you and ensure the best chance of success, I think you should stay with these people. It's just for this. In future fights, you're on the line. You're with us. But this is not a first fight that we can risk.
It's okay. I think I understand. I will wait. I will wait here.
Thank you.
And
sucks.
Vlad just kind of goes over and finds some kind of stool and sits upon it. Very
Stool's here?
Surprise! So You sit. The rest of you are gathered around this war table. You can see on our large map here that this area to the northeast is where you need to go. I'll actually draw a little bit around it, a big circle. That's where they believe the Pudding King to be. Now, their initial thoughts were to try and get folks, or whatever this team would be, into this area just to the north of it, which has some kind of water and ruins. They had talked about it very briefly. However, this plan of attack, how you get there, is entirely up to you all. So how do you feel like you want to get there? Because there are two pathways that are blocked off, one to the south and one to the north of that area that they inform you of, and they're like collapsed stone.
Yeah. They seem to think, I can't remember who it was, I think it was Senny, was saying that it seemed pretty tightly sealed from the south, but they hadn't checked it from the north yet. Or hadn't gotten like a good view of it.
Exactly. They said that a number of people had like sacrificed lives to gather what information they could, and so they don't have enough good descriptions or observations of how exactly well sealed it is, because there's so many oozes within that area.
Right. So it seems like... Yeah, it seems like they wanted us to get to the north, or they thought there would be something up there that would help us get through, maybe.
They figured that might be the easiest means because there's so much more city to the south that they could draw people to, or the other oozes to.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes it, as long as, like, and that goes through, like, the were-rat warren, if I'm not incorrect, so Hestor could also be a pretty good scout through that area.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. You know, the rest of us haven't been there. He would know it pretty well, I'm assuming.
Well, so, yeah, that begs the question, how are we getting to that point? Because we sort of have two options from what I see. We go through the reception hall into the were-rat warrens and up to the northeast, but there seems to be blockages there. Or there's a clear path east of the Ruby and the Rough, and we would have to cut north past the sort of hub of the ooze, which seems clear, but it's riskier.
Yeah.
We can't get through those blockages?
I was actually just about to say that if that's where you decide you want to head, they would give you the means of, like, picking your way through very quickly, like some iron pry bars and whatnot to keep you relatively quiet compared to the commotion that they will start, but they can at least give you a means to squeeze through.
Okay, so we would be able to get through if we wanted to go that way, and
Yes.
we wouldn't have to go, well, kind of either way. We're passing that castle, but
All it is a matter of time and how close do you get to certain very well guarded areas.
right. I mean, I feel like it's Sophie's choice, guys. Like, Hestor has some familiarity with the Warrens. He can probably move us a little bit quicker through that if we want to take that option, but either way, we're passing right by.
Yeah. I think let's lean on Hestor's experience. We can go north through the reception hall and then make our way east towards that ruined area that hopefully will give us access to the King of Pudding.
Do we
Agreed.
want to have the townspeople make their distraction by flooding the eastern way? Like, have them go through those southern tunnels east of the Ruby and the Rough, draw a lot of the fighting southward, and then that will clear us up to pass through the north.
Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal. Yeah, if they can move them as far away from us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like draw the fire down.
Yeah, and I feel like going in the area of the blockages as well, they won't maybe expect that as much, although I know
Sure.
we're just oozes, but I like it.
Okay, I think that's the plan.
Okay. So you explain that this is how you all want to go about it, to which Senny turns to both Chipgrin and Nomi and goes, all right, we will need to gather what supplies we can. Any explosives, chemical fire, anything to create a larger amount of noise and to perhaps protect ourselves from the wave of oozes that will no doubt come. I will try to rally support as best I possibly can from those that remain. Chipgrin, do we have you with us? To which Chipgrin just kind of nods like, do not worry about it. Oh, no, that's not right.
No.
Do not worry about
no.
it.
There you go. He's back.
There it
My
is.
people will be there. And
Right, you got a little jersey at the end.
I
but
did.
it's
I
okay.
did get a little jersey there. And then Nomi pipes up and she says, I have a small contingency of earth elementals available, to which those few of us of the enclave that remain can control. We will use them as the secondary line beyond any explosives we have remaining. We will need perhaps an hour or two, and she's talking to the group of you now, to set up our traps. Now would be a good time to arm yourselves or prepare yourselves as best as you can. And perhaps, are you... I don't believe we have much in the way of healing supplies left, but do you require any?
As in taking them or using them right now?
Taking or using.
I think most of us have had a long rest, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Okay.
I'm good, and I also have healing things on me, but if Sefel doesn't, he should hold one.
Sefel has 2 basic healing potions.
Okay.
I would not worry so much about Sefel's health.
That's right. Do you still have the highest constitution out of everybody?
That's a good question, actually. So I have a higher con than Hestor. I have a +3.
So does Scylla.
Nice.
All right, then. So over the course of the next 2 hours, they begin in very small teams running off individually into these various areas where they're setting up explosives, traps, guiding the earth elementals to where they need to be to prepare for this large distraction. Do you all do anything in that time before you march off into the Warrens?
Artemis is going to do something real quick, not knowing exactly what we can really expect from the Pudding King. I'm going to shift my attunements. I'm going to attune to the robe, Dawn's Edge, and I'm going to reattune to my slippers of spider climbing.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the Rod of Absorption away and pull out a shield.
All right. Nice. Scylla, you doing anything?
I think Scylla, it won't have any effect, but she still has a level of exhaustion, so I think she's just taking some time to relax.
Sure. That doesn't all go away with a long rest.
No,
does that
you
take
do
Only
one
one
level
level at a
for-
time.
and I
Right,
was at
right.
level 2, so I'm down to 1 level of exhaustion.
Hestor is going to... Well, he took the time to attune to the meteorite hammer. So I think he's just sort of like tossing that up in the air, tossing it in different directions, sort of getting the feel for the usage of it.
Sure.
He is also, for the sake of this fight, going to go hybrid were-rat form.
Okay.
He is embracing both sides for the sake of this combat.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. As you all kind of get towards the end of your preparations, you can see that quite a few of the miners, guards, and those that remain have finally kind of taken off. And as you leave this tower, you see that there's maybe, out of a city that might have been between 400 and 600, there's maybe 200 people left.
Brutal.
And all that remains at the gate to kind of escort you guys out is Senny, who kind of looks to you all, and she goes around the group of you, shaking your hands, and she just says, I am extremely, extremely thankful for everything you have done here for this city and these people. If it weren't for this horrible time that we're in this moment, I'm sure that we would be singing your praises once again. And I appreciate any sacrifices that you are about to make on our behalf. I do not take that lightly. Good luck. And she heads out. All right. What is the party order here as you all sneak off?
So I think Hestor is taking the helm, sort of leading us in.
I'll be behind him.
Okay.
Maybe keep the wizard in the middle.
Yeah, I think wizard sandwich.
Wizard in the middle.
Followed by probably friend then me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Keep the squishy ones close.
Okay. So they had told you to give them about 20-30 minutes to get into position. Do you guys wait the full time, or do you begin moving before then?
I think we should get to the blockade.
Like the old doors, or you mean even farther than that?
No, so like get into the warren where the tunnel blockages are that we would have to break through.
Sure.
So
sure.
sort of like as soon as either that signal is dropped or that timestamp is hit, we're right there to get in.
Okay. All right. I need you all to roll stealth checks then, as you are moving through the city without a distraction going up in this moment, and there are oozes still patrolling the halls.
All right. Hestor is going to use his camouflage ability to do that at advantage.
Okay.
Well, the only good thing is I can't have double disadvantage, so this is just.
Can I have Aquila help Scylla?
Sure.
Aquila
How are they helping?
So like this kind of like odd Putu form is gonna be like fluttering around Scylla, but then also like not so subtly, just kind of like bopping her in the right directions so she doesn't like scrape her new adamantine armor against the cave walls and cause like noise and distractions.
Sure.
This bird is incredibly annoying. It's just like
I like look back and give Aquila a thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff.
You know, this is totally random, but I just thought of it. Sam, how does Scylla feel in that armor? Because it's just regular full plate. It was built for more of like a gnomish human body, whereas your pearl armor was built for Tritons. Like, is there something about her, like, does it feel weird
the black
to her?
pearl armor was also meant for like it helps you in the water. Like it's very much like totally different material. So I think it probably feels like heavy and like probably immovable and very like. So I think she's probably struggling quite a bit here.
Yeah. And with that
almost all
level
high
of
quality.
exhaustion, that
Right.
doesn't help her at all.
I
was just curious, yeah.
And the bird in her face. So
and Aquila just, trying to keep her out of it.
so is that a
Fell
straight roll?
10 feet in front of her.
Yeah, that would be a regular roll. No disadvantage.
Because it was a nat 20.
Hell yeah!
All right. Andrew, what'd you get?
27.
27.
Nice.
Hestor and Safel?
Hestor rolled a 17 with advantage, while our buddy Safel also rolled an at 20.
Let's go.
On
All
our gorgeous madness table dice,
Hey.
for a total of 23.
Okay. This is good because friend didn't roll too hot. But you managed to squeeze past Yeah, my checks do not pass. You manage to squeeze past a number of gelatinous cubes, black puddings, and these dragon blood oozes. You can see them. They're just... It's insane how many fill these hallways, and a number of times you have to like duck into an alcove or an old ruined home to allow these larger variants squeeze through, taking these tunnels. But eventually, you do make it to the blockade without being harassed by any oozes. And as you do, you hear in the far distance these horns, all these noises, explosions going off, and you can even see that a couple of the oozes that were relatively nearby begin to move to the south, and now is your chance. So you are poised at these blockades. You've been given crowbars and other means to manually shift rocks. Is that what you all are doing, or are you finding another means of getting through this?
I think this is brute force.
Yeah.
Brute force? Okay.
Safella's going to
Scylla's
adjust
up
density
front.
on the wall as well to try to help move the...
I do not need your help.
Fucking Christ.
Artemis like rushes past Safel and says, "Still do it." I'll try to help Scylla.
She's like tired.
No, Safel is actually going to snap back. Our strategy does not depend on your emotions. And just lift the rocks with her.
Okay. So Artemis and Scylla, let's do some strength checks. Friend is going to help as best I can. They got a 15.
I have disadvantage.
I think I can give you advantage with my adjust density.
Your adjust density does. So, but she already has
It's a straight
disadvantage.
roll.
Right.
So it's
So
a
it would
straight
just
roll
be a
for
straight
Sam.
roll.
Starcaller, you're still affected by the advantage, and so is
Yay.
Friend.
Straight roll is still a 17.
Nice.
Okay, great. 17. Artemis? Oh boy.
8.
8. Lovely.
Artemis looks great doing nothing.
Yeah. Harness your anger.
With advantage, Friend was able to get a 21, which is
Wow.
about as high as she could get. So it takes a couple moments, but eventually just like 3 or 4 larger boulders shift down and roll down this hill, and a couple shift from the other side, and you are able to pass through. As you get to the other side, you see immediately to your left this putrid, oily-like water that covers some of the lower sections of this area, and almost all of the ground, except for it's just in these blotches, there's this gross, like greenish puddles. However, you do not see any oozes at this moment. How do you all want to proceed?
Hestor, be swift.
Right. Stay close. And he's gonna skulk ahead again. What's the lighting like in this area of the tunnels?
It's dark. There is no lighting. You can see old lanterns, but they are like busted or lying on the ground and corroded, or there's just like puddles of rust. Not puddles, but like piles.
Can I examine this liquid? Is this like flammable looking?
Make a nature check.
Ooh.
3.
You have no idea what it is, other than it's very slimy.
Be careful you don't fall. The floor is slick.
Caution! Wet floors ahead!
Yeah.
Me, the wet floor sign, please. Caution.
Hestor looks at them, says, "Stay close," and then you can't see him anymore.
Yeah, right. How the fuck?
What is this? What does that mean? They are gone.
It's fine. Just follow me instead. I'll do what I
Yeah,
can.
I think we should just stay close to each other.
As you begin moving forward, how about all of you roll me stealth checks once again?
Am I assisted by Aquila again?
Oh yeah. 100%.
7.
7, okay.
Yeah.
Friend got a 20. What's everybody else got?
I got a 15 for Hester and a 21 for Safel.
Dang.
Nice. Okay.
I rolled really well the
What
second time.
is Hester good for?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you should get rid of him.
Maybe I roll 28.
Oh, damn. Okay. As you guys are proceeding through, you can see like little droplets of this like greenish slime actually oozing off of the ceiling. And I need you all to actually make dexterity saving throws as more and more of this slime starts to just drop down atop all of you.
Gross. Should I roll for Aquila as well?
Yes, please. They are within the vicinity. All right, friend just barely made it.
10.
Fail.
Dirty 20 for Hester.
Success.
And a 12 for Safel.
Fail.
Ugh.
All right. For Artomis, that's a 22.
You're good.
And for Fair Aquila, they did their job. That's a 8.
Fail. So we got 3 fails. Okay. This green slime falls upon Scylla, Aquila, and Safel, and it just immediately starts burning you all. You are going to take... Oof. Scylla, you take 9 points of acid damage.
Nasty.
Aquila takes 10.
Adiosa.
Oh no!
He has 1 hit point.
I forgot familiars are so...
Oh
weak.
man, I'm rolling hot so far. Safel also takes 10 points of acid damage.
Oh, this is fine.
So as you move through, you become more aware, and all of you roll me perception checks.
Oh god.
That is not a good.
13.
13? Okay.
Good. 7.
7.
Safel's very mad about his sliming. So that's a natural 1 for a total of 1. And for Hester, it's a 9.
All right, so Artomis, you're the only one to notice this, and maybe it's because you look up to see Aquila just disappear, and you realize that these small puddles and like drippings from the ceiling are ever so slightly like trying to move and follow after you all. Not enough to be like a danger, but you can see as like you come underneath them, they like start to move and then they release themselves, and those puddles on the floor just like snails, just ever so slowly creeping after you. Like you almost see like little baby tendrils trying to pull them forward. But you are fully capable of outrunning them. However, you see there's more ahead. But now that you're aware, you can kind of keep out of the way of their droppings, so to speak.
Do not tarry here. This is part of his domain.
Yes, this is quite deplorable. I've not seen such waste of both life and dwelling.
Should we move faster?
Well, we should be able to outpace the goop, but yes. Hestor. Well,
Where is
Hestor.
Hester?
I'm right here. Ow, that's my heel.
Okay, all right. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
keep going.
Careful. You have big feet.
You're invisible. Shut up. Go.
So you all keep proceeding forward, and now, Hester, you're kind of out of your element here. You have not seen these areas before, but you can all recall from the maps until eventually you start coming from this northern passageway and start moving ever so slightly to the south, in which as you're coming through this passageway, things become a little bit more dim, as there are more puddles of like bioluminescent green slime, and you can see like rotten away fungi that still glows ever so slightly. But you see that there is a large fallen statue of what you would presume to be some kind of old fallen god. However, as you begin to move more to the east, you see dozens upon dozens of old bones. And you see both humanoid, you see animal bones, and then you see the ruins of what looks like a stockade once. Like old fencing built out of rotted zirkwood at some point. And I need you all to make perception checks.
4.
Okay. This is not your day, Sam.
Well, you got disadvantage on it.
Oh,
Yeah. True. 17
Tired.
for Artemis.
17 for Hestor as well.
okay.
Take a nap.
You hear like the whisperings of a voice up ahead, Starcaller and Hestor. What do you do?
Does it sound... Oh, we weren't here for the...
You hear one singular voice, and it sounds like it's softly talking to someone.
Okay, but it sounds like it's emanating from a source. Like someone is talking. It's not like an echoing, like the Pudding King was doing with his fucking broken speaker system.
Yes.
Okay. Hestor will... Hestor will, like, put a hand invisibly against Starcaller's shin. You hear that?
Yes. Yes, you believe that could be our quarry?
I don't know. Wait here a second. I'm gonna see how close I can get.
Aye.
And he's gonna skulk up in the direction of that voice.
So you start moving forward, and you know what? Let's bring up a map. How
Oh,
about
we gonna
that?
move maps?
We're gonna move to a map.
We gonna move
Is this a game?
maps?
We're gonna move to a map. You don't like that good old map?
Oh god. Oh.
Oh, that's a nice map.
That's
Oh,
a
look at
nice
that
map.
That's a
Yeah,
nice map. Look
That's
at all
a nice
them
map
bones.
Right
That's a whole ass map
there.
right
It's
there.
filled with corpses.
It got them bones. Them good chicken bones. So there you are. There's your statue. There is your bones, and then you can see this kind of fencing, this old ruined fencing that has been torn down or fully rotten away in certain sections. So it doesn't form a true barricade anymore.
Yeah, do we
And-
know what god this statue belonged to?
Make a religion check.
Okay.
May I?
Yeah, all of you are welcome to if you want. I assume this is kind of quiet musings.
6.
Oh, he's back,
Yes.
bitches. It was an 11 for Hestor. It was a 27 for Safel.
Okay.
Damn.
Safel realizes that this statue was once part of a shrine to the gnomish deity known as Bervan Wild Wanderer. He was
Oh.
also known as the father of fish and fungus.
Huh. Okay.
He would also know that this was a very ancient deity and is no longer wildly worshipped like they once were hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
So, like, to the point that most of the current denizens of Blingdenstone probably would not recognize this god?
They wouldn't recognize the statue. However, if you told them it was the Wild Wanderer, they would go, "Oh, okay." It's like
Gotcha.
taking the equivalent of like, here was this. If we were going to compare it to like the Greek gods, like the Big 12, he was
Mhm.
once one of those, and now is just kind of like a minor deity that not so
Gotcha.
many people worship too.
Sort of a forgotten god.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Hestor is going to follow those voices and sort of try to sneak up. Which direction is that coming from? Like the other side of the stockade?
Yep. looks like it's coming from the east. Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna sneak up all stealthy like. He's still invisible as long as the lighting is dim or dark.
Okay. It's dim. Make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
And what is the rest of the party doing? Are you all hiding behind the statues based here to the west, or are you kind of proceeding forward a bit?
I kind of imagine that Starcaller would like take out a position like around the corner of the base and like hold up a hand to stop everybody else and like have gesture to them to like take cover as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Scylla would absolutely take Starcaller's direction. She'll crouch down. I think she's got her sword and her shield out. Her
Okay.
sword.
Sword and board. Sure.
Safel is actually going to sneak behind. I imagine this is like part of investigating the statue. He was like checking it out and then just ducked on the far side of the base of it.
Sure. As did you roll that stealth check for?
Yes.
For Hestor.
Hestor. It was 24.
24. Great. Let's see. Okay. As you proceed forward towards the stockade, the voice gets a little bit louder until you can see the smallish figure. I'm going to move you just a tiny bit closer just to make it
Sure.
more reasonable as to your actual distance from this figure to see them. You see this small figure talking to a larger blob, and it is like petting them. And then you see on the other side of this little figure is this smaller kind of mass that's also just kind of undulating. And they say, "Oh, my children, thank you for watching, staying here with Father. I don't know what I would do without you. Truly, it's quite sad, the state of affairs here. I thought they would be far more understanding as to my position and leave this city. But those damn digomatics, they would not go without a fight and just cost more lives. Oh, my children, my children." And this figure, they appear to be middle-aged.
Mm-hmm.
They have a dirty, like rotted old white shirt, tattered pants. You see on one foot is like what remains of a woven sandal. His other foot is bare. On his left hand, he has like an old rusted bangle, and on his right, there's what remains of an old pitted gauntlet. And he wears a kind of red cloak over his back that is just covered in small bits of slime and gross faces, but his face is covered in wrinkles. His ears have holes and scars. What do you do?
I'm gonna look back. Does everybody sort of look safely positioned-ish?
You just see us all poking from behind the statue.
Yeah.
Stacked up on the statue. Just,
Yeah.
Go get him, Safel.
This is Hestor, you bitch.
Hestor,
Go
I don't know you. It's French. She's just like, I don't know you. Go.
There's so many names. I think so. Hestor is in his hybrid form right now, which I imagine he's much more. I think his gnomish side is more tactical and sort of intelligent and crafty, where his hybrid and his rat form are more skulky and a little bit more on the feral side. So he's a little bit more in his instincts and emotions now, and he just sees this individual and he's just going through flashes of the foaming mug, Diggermatic Hall, the tunnels and burrows of Blingdenstone, the city that he tried so hard to help before it was too late. And this traitor is a gnome. It should be one of his. Killed so many innocent people. And he, like, the only sound that anybody with a high enough perception could hear is like the popping of his knuckles around the handle of the hammer.
That popping, you see that small figure just,
and he
immediately
throws
like,
it.
Looks okay. All right, roll for initiative, everybody. Yeah, popping up the knuckle. You rolled, I think it was like a 24.
Yeah.
He got a 23.
Of course he did.
For perception. So it was just like
because
one
I'm
audible
throwing.
noise.
Because I'm throwing at the start, is this going to technically count as like a surprise attack before the?
Yeah,
the
you'll
initiative?
have the one attack off at them.
Okay.
All right,
let's fucking go.
Sam, what you got?
6.
6. Okay, what's your dexterity modifier?
Ooh.
I have 14, so +2.
2. Okay. Artemis.
22.
22. Nice. Friend got a 7. Not great. Hestor and Sefel.
Hestor got a 25.
Okay.
And Sefel got a 6.
All right. Cool. So Hestor, you are first up. You throw the brand new meteor hammer and just turns into the small, bright comet-esque weapon that just flies off. So the range.
So let's
on
get
that
this
is
attack. So the long range,
60.
it's
60.
Yeah, it's 20 to 60. So I would have stepped up a little bit, as I was throwing this. So yeah, I'm on the.
I'm gonna say you don't move up. This is like you can move or you can do an attack for this like one instant.
Sure. Well, I think. I mean, I would have been creeping up during the thing, is what I'm saying, because I don't think I would have been in range to hit him with the hammer if I didn't move up at least one space. Because I'm technically at 65 right now.
I will allow it.
If it needs to be for flavor, he can like run and jump like.
No. Just go ahead. Roll your attack.
All right. It's a +4.
Roll your little dice.
Yeah. Not great.
Don't you have a bow?
Weird.
I'm trying to make it fucking cinematic, dude. It's a 13.
You see, like you throw this and it starts lighting up the cavern around. Just this stream of greenish blue is like, and as it approaches the small figure, they whip their head around and just, and they duck their head and just flies over and immediately swings around and returns to your hand.
So Hestor like does the cinematic. I'm not moving. Does like a tuck and roll, grabs the thing. Grabs the hammer, his elbow shoots back to cushion the blow, looks up with grit in his eye, looks back at his friends. What the fuck are you waiting for? Kill him!
All right. You are top of the order, Hestor, so what are you doing?
Let's fucking go. I have hammer in hand. I'm gonna keep at this. So 2 attacks. Does my dread ambusher. If you take an attack. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a ranged attack. I can do 3 attacks.
Okay.
So. Ass. That's a 9.
Miss.
Okay, that's better. That's a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Actually, you're still aiming at the small figure?
Yes.
You see this light appear in front of them, and just the hammer bounces off of it.
Okay. 3rd attack. And this is the one for all the fucking marbles. Okay. Does a 21. bypass that stupid fucking shield.
It does, unless shield lasts for the rest of the
It
round.
does. It lasts for the
It does.
Then, yeah, it does. It just bypasses.
Fuck yes. Okay.
Damn it.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it is 3 points of bludgeoning, 2 points of cold, and then as part of the Dread Ambusher, he takes another D8.
Okay.
So that's another 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
So it hits them like right in the gut, and, and the hammer flies back to you, and they're just
Intruders, how did you get here so quickly?
and you can see they like cough up a little bit of blood, and it is their turn, and they turn to the 2 slimes beside them, and they go,
Devour them, my precious children. Make your father proud.
and then he just starts fleeing to the southeast and out of sight. Next up in the order is Artomis.
Artemis is just gonna hit the ground running. I'm gonna move my full 35 feet. And then I'm gonna bonus action dash. Thank you, cunning action. And go another 35 feet.
All right.
Towards the stockade. Still be a little bit short. Not gonna pop Dawn's Edge yet because that will blow Hester's like whole cover. So I'm gonna reach up, pluck one of the stars off of the robe, and I'm gonna chuck it at that black ooze slightly to the north.
Okay.
And that is a 5th level magic missile, which is
Yo!
unhinged, by the way.
Damn.
I hate randomly rolled treasure.
You done messed up, Willie. You done messed
Listen,
up.
I went off the CR encounter, blame the Dungeon Master's guide.
He is the caller of stars.
Amazing.
That book done made you its bitch, William.
Hestor, give him the hammer so he can really be the god of stars.
No.
That's 25 points of force damage.
Damn.
Just for that mithril chain shirt that I still don't know you took.
Just all of these stars get in there and just all sorts of ooze just blasts off in various directions. Whew. All right. That is just full force damage, right?
Yep, full force damage. And that's all I got, skis.
That's all you got, skis. Okay. All right.
So you need skis.
All you need, skis. Next up is that black ooze, which did not enjoy getting hit. However, they are now going to move. They're going to move 20 feet forward. And let me check my distance here. Yeah. They are going to, you see them kind of like recoil back in on themselves and then just launch forward as a blob of black ooze just goes sailing towards Hestor. So this is a ranged attack. Ooh, natural 18. That is a
would
23.
Would they attack at disadvantage because I'm invisible?
Invisible. Does that change? Oh no. They have blind sight.
Ah, fuckers.
Okay.
You got oozed!
You got
ooze, bitch. Yeah, they got blind sight for a good distance, and you
Yep.
are within that distance. So this blob comes after you. It was a 23 to hit. That hit, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
you're gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, it's nothing. Hit me with the good stuff.
Yeah, here it comes once I gather up all my dice.
If Hestor gets knocked unconscious, can we not see him?
Ah, that's a good
Good
question.
question.
Probably not.
We'll get there. You take 19 points of acid damage.
Mommy.
Oh.
And what kind of armor are you wearing?
He's wearing. Oh god, what is he wearing?
I think it's.
What are you
stunning.
wearing, Hester?
Yeah, what you got on?
What the hell am I wearing? Yeah,
wearing?
studded leather.
Studded leather.
Used to be.
All right.
It is not magical.
You take a -1 penalty to your AC as your armor begins to dissolve.
Hey, have you tried getting fucked?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm working on it though. Got lots of time left tonight.
Okay.
All right, and that is the Black Pudding's turn. It is now Friend's turn, who is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Not really close enough to anybody, so they are going to double move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And so they are about 25 feet behind, 25 feet behind Artomis as they are just trying to, in their like four-legged kind of crawl run, try to come around the corner, and that is their turn. Scylla, you are up.
Okay, so the base of the statue, I can't run over this. Is it too tall?
No. There's enough like steps that you can get over it. I'm not going to call it difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm going to dash forward in a straight line, 60 feet, and as I run past Safel, you best hurry up, old man. Hiding behind the statue won't last forever. As she like sprints over it and like vaults forward, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. Next up is Safel.
You may call it hiding. I call it scoping an advantageous position, and he's going to climb on top of the crumbling bits of the statue to try to get a higher vantage point.
Okay, can you make
area.
me, as you're getting to like the chunks, can you make me a athletics check? Or acrobatics?
I sure can. I don't know if I'll do it well, but I can do it.
Okay.
Not bad. 18.
Okay, you managed to scramble up just fine, surprisingly.
All right.
Old man.
What was that in terms of movement? Okay, here's another 15. So let's get up on that sword arm. Okay. And then from there, all right, let's start classic. Let's go at them with a good old-fashioned second level scorching ray.
No.
So that's going to be 3 separate attacks.
I said no.
Well,
Get
it's
'em.
happening. So
no.
19 is the first.
Yeah, that's a hit.
16 is the second.
That's a hit.
Okay. That's better than 16. I just can't fucking do math.
That's fine.
It's
That's
17.
fine.
Okay.
This is all against the Black Pudding?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no other combatants on the field, is there?
Well, we got
There's a
those are
small one
great.
behind it.
Oh, that's right. They're starting to. Yeah. So yes, this is the big black pudding.
Okay.
All right. So first hit. God, do I remember how to play a wizard? The answer is no.
Good.
Okay. The first ray is 8 points of fire.
Okay.
Second is another 8 points of fire.
Damn it.
And that's better. That's 11 points of fire for the third.
Christ.
Just like flame shoots out of his fingers and collides with the side of it.
You make a great fireworks show. Scorching ray, magic missile.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just all these lights lighting up this dim cavern. And you can see this Black Pudding is losing more and more of its form quite quickly.
And as a fun little aside, he is going to drop his disguise self. So instead of an old man...
So taking off the hat.
No, he just... Like, the hat's gonna stay on. He's just not using the spell part of it anymore.
Okay.
So now wearing a fancy wizard hat is no longer an old man that you kind of don't recognize. It is in fact a mind flayer, but a very white, shriveled, like pieces falling off. Like picture the blue cheese of mind flayers.
Ew!
Oh no! What a character art concept. Give me
So-
an illithid, but with blue cheese.
Yeah, make it blue
coloring.
cheese.
You miss Star Color. Safel now looks like blue cheese.
Yes. Yeah, I dropped my disguise. He's white. It looked picture like end of battle Voldemort as he's like disintegrating, but it's all just still there, like cracks through his skin, gray molted flesh, kind of like somehow more disgusting than he was before.
Anyway, is he a squid or not a squid?
He is a squid.
You just see a dermatologist.
You need to
kill him.
moisturize, friend. All right, and that is all of Sephel's turn.
That is Sephel's turn.
Okay, so next up is the smaller ooze, which is going to move forward 20 feet, and they are now... both Hestor and Artomis are 40 feet away, Scylla is 55 feet away, and Friend and Sephel are within 65 to 75 feet away. So you actually see this like small grayer ooze kind of get up, and then it like shivers. And Hestor, no, this is going to be more fun with Artomis. Artomis, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw as you feel pressure within your
You
mind.
fool!
You monster!
What have you
Nat
done?
20, nat 20, nat 20.
Come on, save it, save it.
12!
You do save.
Oh, shit.
And honestly, and that is only thanks to all my buffs going that put my saving throw way up.
God.
This man just got back from the brink of death. Give him a day.
However, you are going to take half damage from this psychic crush.
Oh no.
Yo,
Damn.
these are not baby oozes. These are big boy oozes.
You take 6 points of psychic damage.
The babies were the problem all along.
The babies!
I could have told you that.
All right, and that is their turn. Next up is Hestor. You see these oozes getting closer. You've seen your friend just like gripping their head, racked with pain. What's going on?
He's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna try one more time, like... He's looking at the hammer, like, shaking the thing, like, come on, you can do fucking better. And he's gonna target the small ooze, because he just saw it do that crazy psychic shit, and that needs to get handled quick. Ooh, okay. 23 on that first hit.
Absolutely a hit.
Okay.
Freaking oozes.
So that's 1 point of bludgeoning damage, but 4 points of cold.
Okay.
And then the second attack,
Definitely hurts it.
another natural 19, so 24.
Good.
Sorry, I'm stupid. I forgot this
Yes.
last round. So, as part of taking the fighter level, I took the thrown weapon fighting style, so I get to add +2. I get to add +2 to damage, so add 2 more for that last attack.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
God.
Oh wait, I already rolled for that hit.
Yeah,
so
you
we
already
got
hit.
those. So, okay, that's 3 points of bludgeoning, 2 points of cold, and then the additional 2. So 7 total.
Okay. You see the hammer where it's like bursting through the ooze, flying around and coming back to your hand. It seems to be hurting it, but that cold you see like very quickly dissipates off of its body.
And then you know how I keep forgetting that Hester's a ranger?
Yeah.
Hunter's mark on the black ooze.
Look at you guys. You all know shit's going down, so you're just like, here's all the cool stuff.
It's almost like it's still episode 100 or some shit.
Weird. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Thank you. Artemis, you are up recently with racked brain.
Ow.
It's the most he's used it in a while.
Can I see Mr. Pudding King from my current vantage point?
How do you have dark vision, and how far?
I do, but only 60 feet, so
You do not see them.
I don't see him. I'm going to endeavor to change that. I'm going to move 35 feet forward, and then I'm going to bonus action dash a further 35 feet. Just kind of completely running right past the oozes, thankfully not close enough for a opportunity attack, but I will be taking a peek through this dim light and see if I can find the guy.
My man's wants blood.
This is how far you see farther into the cavern, and you can see it starts sloping down to the southeast. However, you do not see their small form out in this distance. However, make a perception check.
Sure. 8.
Yeah, you don't even hear anything coming from that direction.
Yo, I'm going after the guy. You guys clean this up.
Don't die.
I've heard that before.
And then you did.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna move another
That's the voice in
35
the
feet
sky.
with my dash to get a little bit closer around.
Okay. You just then, as you move forward into the gloom a little bit further, you do see that small figure receding towards what looks like a pile of rocks just to the south, and they are like looking over their shoulder. No! Leave me be!
You are the Pudding King?
No! And they keep running.
Bullshit.
Hold on. He might be telling the truth.
This makes a lot of points.
Just imagine Artemis coming back. It's okay, guys. It wasn't him.
He's a different guy who commands Zeus's. That's fine.
It's totally different.
The city
It's
is
cool.
safe. We can all go home.
My name's Earl. I don't know what this Pudding King is.
It's Andy. Andy. The legends are true. That's all for young Artemis.
All right, that is your turn. Well, next up is the Black Pudding, who cannot catch up to you. However, they can move forward 10, 15, 24, 20 more feet. And now Hestor is directly in front of them by 25 feet. So, this interestingly larger black ooze is... Do I have... Yes. Okay. They are then going to throw another one of these blobs at you.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Yep, that hits.
All right. Here comes the pain. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
3, because I also forgot in my were-rat form I have reduced bludgeoning. Yeah, because that's where all the damage is coming from, Will. Shut up and roll your acid.
You are... you take 20 points of acid damage.
God.
And you take another -1 penalty to your AC.
Holy shit.
Artemis is running. I'm sure they got this. Nothing could go wrong.
Absolutely nothing. That is their turn. Friend is up, and Friend sees Hestor. Oh, actually, can they see you now?
Oh God, I don't know the fucking inside of this. I don't think so.
Okay.
So hold on. Let
Yeah,
me...
this could be really good or really bad for you.
Yeah. While in darkness, you're okay. I might have been calling this wrong. Hold on. You gain dark vision out to a range of 60 feet plus 30 feet if I already have it, which I do. While in darkness, you're invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness. So I actually think I shouldn't have been invisible to begin with. It is specific to darkness.
Okay, cool. So that is good for her as she casts a 2nd level healing word upon you. So that is 2d4 plus 4, or 2d8. Whoa, no, that's cure wounds. Jesus, mixing it all up. Not great, but you get 9 points of health back.
Okay. Thank you. As he's like clutching his sides in pain and his skin is just melting.
All right, that is, and Friend is going to move forward about 10 feet, kind of not anxious to get in there. It is now Scylla's turn.
On Scylla's turn, in the past 6 seconds, she has seen cephalopod Cephal appear again. And I think it is so fitting that she sprints past him, sees him fire off these scorching rays, and as she looks back, she sees Cephal front and center, high up in the air, and it just like clicks in that rage for her. She bonus action rages.
Fuck
Yes!
Nice.
And I think for her rage looks like you guys remember Jurassic Park when the dinosaur killed Newman and it was like
the frill.
The frill.
Yeah.
I think her hair becomes this like
Yeah,
frill and it's like shivering and shaking.
Dilophosaurus, I believe.
Terrifying. I
And
love it.
She drops into that like animalistic, like hunched form. And her claws, I imagine, are like elongating a bit. To no status effect, but just cool. Really cool. And she's going to square up with the ooze.
Go!
The big black ooze.
Yes. And she's going to do her first attack. Wow,
Alright.
it feels like it's been a while, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say 26 to hit.
20.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a hit.
Okay,
And you're swinging with your short sword?
correct.
Okay.
That is 11.
Okay.
11 slashing with her magical short sword.
That is great. However, as you slash through, all of a sudden just acid splashes back at you. And you are going to take 4 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And as you slash through this pudding grows a little bit smaller and splits.
Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What you doing?
And can I drop both my sword and my shield and draw Caliburn? Or is that an action? Like if I'm not stowing them, I'm just dropping them.
I'm going to say it's fine. I think there are rules about it, but I've never really cared about the drawing stuff.
Okay. I haven't either, but some people don't.
Some people know, and you know what? Write in about it.
Guess you'll have to join the Discord.
Yeah, come to Discord. Yes, I guess you have to.
Join the Discord. Tell it to my face.
Yeah. Okay, so she
Telling me
like
sucks.
she slashes at I'm sorry, that should have been an extra 2 damage per raging.
Look at us all
Yeah.
getting that 2 in.
She realizes that this creature is splitting and she's like, I'm gonna need a bigger sword. So she drops her short sword and her shield. She draws Caliburn 2 hands. I would like to bonus action charge it.
Yep.
So the blade is now icy.
Accumulates
And
all
then-
that frost.
23 to hit.
Are you hitting the one to the south or to the north of you now?
North.
Okay. Yeah, that 23 definitely hits.
Yeah, okay. So this is going to be 13 slashing and 9 cold plus 2 rage. So a total of 13.
What was that for cold again? 9?
9 cold, 13 slashing, 2 rage.
Okay.
So 24 total.
It is still barely together, and what's like left of it splashes onto you, and you're going to take another 3 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And you can see, like, as this acid, as you cut through this black pudding, it like starts to sit on the sword, but then very quickly sloughs off of it without doing anything to it.
Okay. That's gonna be it for me.
Okay, that is the end of Scylla's turn. This blob has split once, however, it hasn't split again. Cephal, you are up. You see this larger ooze is now split into 2 smaller ones, and Scylla is now absolutely animalistic getting into this.
Yeah. I think Cephal like drops, sees the transformation, and just goes, I should probably apologize again when this is done.
My bad.
We're both gross looking. We both changed.
Yeah.
I look
Something
great.
This is actually an interesting point to... I don't know if this sparked anything in Scylla on the recognition. Sephel looks dead.
Oh, he looks dead.
Yeah, like he looks like a walking corpse.
Yeah, I think that just made her angrier.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
Interesting.
Sephel is going to... You know what? We're going to keep it simple because I don't trust this is it. So we're just gonna do another Scorching Ray. I'm gonna not steal Scylla's kills, because that seems like a poor choice at this moment, at least for Sephel. So I'm gonna fire on that psionic little nugget over there.
Sure.
So we're talking 3 rays, because I'm just doing this at base 2nd level. Natural fucking 20.
Oh,
Yo,
Jesus.
let's
What?
go.
This guy.
14 for the second one.
Yeah, it's, you just watch it explode, and it is dead.
Oh, that wasn't even damage. That was to hit, but okay.
No, it had, like, 3 hit points left.
That's fine. I was gonna
Nice.
do, with the crit ray, I was gonna do minimum 12.
Yeah, no, it's uber dead.
Okay. In that case, just not to waste them, the 3rd ray, I know what I said. The 3rd ray, I will attack the black pudding that is south of Scylla.
I guess I can allow it.
Yeah, get fucked.
Keep building up those insults.
25.
That's a hit.
Brennan, stop it.
I'll keep piling up
Was that Aquila?
Who said that? Yeah.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, 4 points of fire damage.
So
Not much.
Okay, it is still kicking.
Yep, and that is my turn.
All right. Well, the little gray ooze is dead, so they're out of initiative, and we are back at the top of the order with Hestor.
Okay.
These are long rounds.
Yeah, so Hestor is like, skin is singed. There's like smoke rising off of him as his skin is burning. He's not looking great. So he's gonna look at the hammer and be like, "It's pretty, but fuck this," and he's gonna pull back towards the statue, like under Sephel,
Okay.
draw his longbow, and take a few shots with that. So we're gonna keep firing off at this one south of Scylla.
All right.
First one, it's a natural 11. That's gotta hit. Yeah, 21.
Let me just tell you right now, its AC is 7. So,
Okay.
like, don't worry
Alright.
about it. You're probably gonna hit.
So as long as I don't roll a natural 1, I hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is, and I didn't call sharpshooter, so that's just a regular hit. Let's just roll the second hit so I can reconcile them all. That hits, because stupid AC.
Thanks.
So we're gonna do 2d8 plus 10.
Holy mother of...
Okay, we got 7. We got 4, so that's 11 plus 2. So 21 points of piercing damage.
That blob dissipates into a puddle.
Beautiful. And that is Hestor's turn.
All right, Artemis, you are up. And before you do, actually, that figure, because I forgot, I did not think you were going to give chase so quickly, so I didn't continue their turn, but they move. You see them get up to this large pile of rocks, look back, and then just all of a sudden disappear into the rocks.
Ah, jeez.
And they're out of sight.
Like, did they physically... I know I'm not there, but did they physically jump through, or did they, like...
Hard to tell.
Dang.
Make a
Wow.
perception check, Artemis.
Let's see. All right. 16.
It looked like they crouched down and maybe crawled, but you're not entirely sure because they, like, went behind a rock. but it didn't look like they magically disappeared.
Okay.
Do you give chase?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Alright, so I'll use my first 35 feet of movement to just beeline towards that position. How close is
So that little corner there that I have left revealed,
Yeah.
that's where the rocks
Okay.
are.
cool? Then I'll bonus action to get up towards that point and see if I can figure out where he slipped away to.
As you get up there, you can see down towards the bottom, there is this small opening, large enough that you could crawl through, but you will be squeezing and your movement will be slowed. However, you could hear like the tail end of like some shuffling of and like skittering of rocks, and then you hear receding footsteps beyond.
Bruh, I saw this horror movie. Don't do it.
No.
Have you been in this campaign, Sam? It's been a horror movie.
No, you're right. You're right.
This whole thing is totally screwed. If only Aquila was not dead.
Too
Prime
bad.
time, yeah.
You can't just summon that thing back?
I mean, I need an hour, which I don't currently have.
I can give you 6 seconds.
Yeah, best I can do is 6 seconds.
Best I can do is 5 or 6 seconds.
I got tree fitty.
Can I see him at all, or am I just hearing him?
You just heard him, like, if you crouch down, you could see their like, the tiny bit of their legs just receding into the distance.
In for a penny, for a pound. I'm gonna pull out my like
Ooh.
+1 like rapier dagger that everyone has seen me use before, and I'm gonna just stab it into the rock above the hole in like a very obvious place so they can all see it.
I like it.
And then I'm crawling in after this guy.
Okay, you crawl through and you emerge on the other side, and you can see this figure about halfway through this rather large, almost oval-esque cavern. The space is covered in these large pools of that greenish looking slime. However, what's different about this is it bubbles. And you can see these bubbles popping and bursting. The walls are covered in these like cobwebs of viscous, gelatinous kind of strings. You see that there are glowing mushrooms all about, and as this figure gets about halfway through, they can hear you come through the hole, and they whip around and they just scream at you. Begone! You have no need to be here. I would free this city and those of the Diggermatic's horrible rule. Why do you hunt me?
Why did you kill 200 innocent gnomes?
Because I was persecuted for nothing, for being different. I did not ask for this. I was put in this place, beaten, tortured, bullied all of my life. And I took a stand for myself for once. Jubilex showed me the way. And now I have a family that cares.
And he like points up towards the ceiling and looks up, and you look up, Starcaller, and the ceiling goes up perhaps 100 or so feet before narrowing into a crevice kind of crown. And all along the ceilings, enwebbed, are the emaciated forms of townspeople and gnomish people, ones that maybe exploded during the main battle. And as he runs back, you see far in the corner there is this large, horribly gross stone and bone and ooze throne to which they kind of run and jump upon. And you see there, kind of cocooned to the side, is the poor, sad form of Jimmy's mom. And we're going to jump back to everybody else.
Oof.
It is the Black Ooze's turn. and they are going to strike out at you, Scylla. Let's see. Natural 20. Let's go.
Too bad you can't crit me in adamantine armor.
Is that only against physical attacks? What if it does acid damage? It's just straight across.
Immune to crits.
Damn it.
Magic, bro.
All right. Cool. Great. Love that. Love that for you.
Let's hit that. So. Well, I might hit, right? You still have to add it? I don't know.
Natural 20. No, that was a
Yeah.
full hit. It was +6 as well, so that beat your regular AC.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you are going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Reduced.
And here comes. No, this isn't. I'm not critting that. That's just regular.
Oh, but I'm raging.
Right.
But you're yes. Sorry. Correct. Thank you. And here comes the acid damage. That is. Wow. This is really friggin' lucky. That is 8 points of acid damage.
Oh. Oh, how nice for you.
How nice for you. On 4d8. All right, and this is magical armor, so you do not take a penalty to AC. That is the end of the blob's turn. It is now Friend's turn, who is going to... Let's see here. What do they have? They're going to move forward, and they're going to do a little old cantrip. I believe they have reach called Thorn Whip. So they're going to try and hit with that. Let's see. That is natural 16 +7. Absolutely a hit. And the ooze is going to take 8 points of damage. And that ooze becomes a puddle. We're going to keep it in initiative order because Starcaller has moved on ahead with the Pudding King. So it is now Scylla's turn. You saw Artemis disappear into the distance. What do?
Okay, so Starcaller disappeared into the distance, and he's like really far away. That's gonna take us a hot minute.
Yeah, he's just, you give a guy cutting action, and
yeah. How far is?
It's a good distance.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Then Scylla's just gonna start running.
Okay.
That's gonna be 60 feet heading in the direction of Starcaller.
So you're moving to the east.
Oh wait.
Wait. You got that whole little capey cape.
yes.
I can't use the cape while raging.
Suck.
I'm gonna lose the rage right now anyway because I have to attack.
Fair.
But you just did attack.
No, I didn't. Not
You
this
attacked before. You have not been attacked or attacked this round, so you will
Right.
lose the rage. So I will say, if you want to use the cape, you can.
turn. To lose the can I lose the rage at the beginning of my turn?
Yes, that's what I'm allowing right now. Yeah. So you can
Okay.
use the cape if you want.
Okay, then I want to get back. Hestor's first in the initiative and I'm last.
You're close to the bottom. Sefel is next, and then it moves back up to the top of the order.
Okay, then I'm gonna move 30 feet, and I will ready an action to dimension door with the first person, and Brendan can choose who that is.
Okay. Sefel, it's your turn.
Like, I imagine Scylla ran toward both Hestor and Sefel and held an arm open, and you can see her casting dimension door.
She say
She's
anything
ready.
to them, or she's just like fully concentrated on what's happening?
She's fully concentrated, and I think she's still like heaving from like losing the rage. So it's very much like, you know what I'm about to do. Grab my hand, let's go. And clearly Starcaller is so far away.
Okay.
So So Sefel, Sefel is up.
Mhm.
Sefel sees and recognizes this. Is not going to capitalize. What he is going to do is he is going to get as far down as he can. So he's going to get down here close to Friend.
Who is at the old barricade, wooden Zirkwood barricade.
And he's going to look at Friend and say, I saw some of the help you provided for the townspeople. Keep my friends alive. And he's going to cast Vortex Warp at 3rd level and get her all the way up to this boulder here, 120 feet away.
Nice. Okay. She just kind of like nods at you, like understood, and doesn't because it's usually a save, right? Or does it just happen? I can't remember. But either way,
it's a save they can choose to fail.
Okay, so she chooses to fail, and then they appear near that boulder. They are now 55 feet away from the tunnel entrance to the Pudding King's throne.
And that is Sefel's turn.
All right. Andrew, we're going to move to a new map that everybody gets to see here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
So there's I'm going to move it up a little bit.
Throne.
You can
my
see
God.
there's all these webbings just like coming off from the walls and the ceiling going up to the Pudding King. And as they sit there, they lean over towards Tappy and like give them a kiss on the forehead and are just,
Ooh.
I will protect you, my love, my dear wife. Thank you for all that you did before.
I'm
Jimmy's
sorry,
dad?
what?
You
Is Jimmy's dad?
and it's the Pudding King turns around and says,
You haven't won. We will all be reborn from the faceless Lord. Jubilex will consume the banquet of the Queen of Fungi, and we will all grow.
and they're going to run forward 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, and they are now 100 feet away from you. So this is gonna be tough. But they're no, I'm gonna save that because you're just out of range and I don't want to roll at disadvantage. So they're going to use a special ability, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as they point their finger and green slime starts to drop in your direction from the ceiling.
Let's go. 9.
That is a fail, and so pulling that up, you are going to take 1 point of acid damage.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Are you wearing magical armor?
Yes, I have +2 studded leather.
All right, so that acid does not manage to pit in and destroy any of your armor. And then the Pudding King, let's see, that was their action. And they're now going to, they actually wait there and they like pull their cloak a little bit in front of them, kind of weirdly like an old Dracula film, like, whoa. And you can see like beside them, they pull out this old, gross looking wand.
Ooh.
All right, Hestor, you're up.
Sure. So our buddy just dropped the Queen of Fungi. Is that a reference to Zuktmoy?
Could be.
They get entangled in this shit. Okay. Hestor, seeing Sefel run past, seeing Scylla's hand out, is going to use his movement to get up there and clasp her wrist. As much as he can reach, he like jumps up and like hangs on her wrist.
Oh,
Do the thing.
good. Yeah. And they.
I can totally see it. 2 hands. Do the thing.
Half like rodent face, just like bare teeth. Do it.
Hell yeah. So I would have been able to see pretty far from where I was standing next to that black ooze down this hallway, and I can go the whole distance until wherever I last saw him.
Okay, yeah, you can get right there in front of that tunnel opening.
Would I would not have seen him go into the opening though, right?
No, but you see the dagger though.
Yeah, you can see the dagger. I will say, like, you don't know what's beyond, how far, but you see the dagger there, and like right at your feet, you can see the tunnel opening.
Yeah, I feel like best case, we just need to go right in front of the opening.
Okay, you do. You land there.
Okay, cool. Alright. Hestor, is still your turn.
You still got a little bit of movement.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna see the dagger. I'm just gonna start fucking like claws out, tearing through dirt, scurrying through that shit.
All right, so it takes 20 feet worth of movement to get there onto the other side. You do manage to do so, and I'm going to move you to there. So you're now on the board with the fellow. You can see there's this green slime sloughing off them. You see all these puddles of ooze. You can hear the moaning and groaning beginning to grow louder as people above just, help me.
Hestor pops out, readies his bow, and sees Artomis, and just calls out, Scylla and Sophil might need couples therapy, but we need to talk about your fucking death wish. And he just readies his arrow.
Okay. All right. That was the rest of Hestor's turn. Artomis, you are up.
What was your name?
Why do you care for my name? It does not matter. I am only the Pudding King, rightfully chosen by my dear lord and master.
You poor, pathetic thing. We all are hunted, persecuted, face challenges. We have choices. You had a choice. You chose wrong. And then I'm going to chuck a magic missile at him.
Okay, from the robe of stars?
Yes, please.
That's fucking fire.
So I'm just, unless, you gonna try to stop me?
He's got some interesting stuff here.
I'm just gonna put these right down. Just in case, just in case.
Just remember, before you waste any resources, William, the wizard hasn't entered the fray yet.
Yes, I'm very aware. Hang on.
Does this make Jimmy the Pudding Prince?
Oh. Or would he be the Duke of Pudding?
The Duke of Pudding.
Yes, Duke of Pudding.
The Pudding Popper.
I don't know where you're going, but I like it.
The Pudding Popper.
All right, roll for damage, my dude.
All right.
Let's have it.
I don't like that Will disappeared there mentally for a minute. I don't know what happened.
I had to check something, that's all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just totally normal stuff.
do you need to
27
check,
points
Bill?
of force damage.
Okay. 27. You hit him and he's...
And then I'm going to use my movement to move up 35 feet. There's all these oozing green pools that I'm trying to stay as far away from as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
And then I'll bonus action. I'll move yet closer, 35 further feet.
Okay, so you start zooming past all of these puddles, and now you are 45 feet away from the Pudding King, who stands a little ways before his throne. All right, it is Friend's turn, who, switching back to our other map now, is over by the boulder, and therefore is going to double move 5, 10, and gets right next to Scylla and sees the opening. And that is going to be their turn. She just looks at you, Scylla, and goes, "You first or myself?"
I am never the fast one, but we'd best do our best.
Well, it's your turn, so what you
Oh,
doing?
it is my turn.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna double move into the hole.
Okay. Back to the other map.
The darkness.
All right.
Am I moving the full 60 into the map?
It takes 20 feet to get to the other side, so you pop up next to Hestor, and whatever you have left, which I think is 40 feet worth of movement, you can now move as you come in.
And I will end my turn.
Okay, so you run right past Hestor. You begin moving to the south, a little bit more to the southwest, taking a different course than Artemis.
I actually, I will use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark, the pudding man.
Okay, there's no range on that?
It's 90.
Let us see. Oh, yes, yeah, that's fine. 70 feet away. All right, he has been marked by you, and he can see you appear. He's like,
No, how many more are there of you? My sweet Ebomir could not take care of you. Damn you all.
Those who wish you dead will keep coming. There will always be more. She sprints up.
And I will tear this city to the ground and bury it beneath the slimes.
Oof.
all right, that is Scylla's turn. Sefel, you are up, and the last person on the other map.
Sure.
On the side.
So
Spell begins a slow walk.
so Sefel is going to adjust density on himself, which will give him an extra 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
Begins his power walk.
Yep.
Yeah, just like
170 feet away in a straight line, a little bit longer otherwise.
yeah. So here is what is going to occur.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
He puts on his features,
I
his
just-
New Balance.
Yeah, I need you to bear with me.
Small.
So he is going to walk 40 feet in a straight line to the edge of the wall, and then he is going to thunderstep.
What?
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
He's just going to be muttering like, all this fucking attitude, make my way back here. I'm the motherfucking Magicutioner, and he gets to the wall and like digs his heel into the dirt, and like sparks and rock and rubble just shoot back, and there's this like shockwave busts out as he shoots through and pops out directly on the other side with Friend and Scylla.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to try to go through, like, the fallen walls, too, and I was like,
No,
what?
no, I don't have enough range on Thunderstep for that.
Okay, all right.
But friend is there.
So you appear. Does Friend get damaged, or is that from the initial explosion? Where
No, the damage happens on the exit point. However,
Hell yeah.
anything within 300 feet just heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
The thunder can be heard from up to 300 feet away.
The thunder from down under can be heard from 300 feet away. Lovely.
Now back at the top of the order, and it is the Pudding King's turn. Seeing more friends.
At the top of the order?
Here.
Oh, he has fucking
Yeah.
lair actions, doesn't he?
He's got lair actions, but he was also at the.
Gotcha.
I had to roll him back in
Oh, I get you.
because Artemis beelined it straight for him. So,
Hell yeah. That's military strategy.
military.
Kind of his thing.
Always attack, never surrender.
Suicide? Yeah, he's done it a few times.
And yet I'm still here, aren't I?
Yep.
I just need a little help from my friend. He did it again.
Resurrect me now!
I'm not done monologuing.
We should really take samples of everyone just in case something should happen.
Probably.
The Pudding King looks at you, Artemis, and is like,
You think I had choices? My father and mother were prominent people within Gauntlegrim, and then they were murdered murdered by that Seni and Doro's ancestors. I will have revenge. I will show you. I will show you that this is what happens to someone when you dig them deep enough into the corner. And they're going to launch a 5th level vitriolic sphere at you.
Oh shit!
Yes! Use your anger.
So everything in a 20-foot radius around you, which isn't going to hit anybody else. However, he does not care. He is simply out for the kill as much as possible. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, yeah. Twice!
Are you serious?
It's the thing No, it's not that, but it's
Okay.
it's the one next to it. It's a total of 9.
That is a fail.
I had a feeling.
I had a feeling.
Okay.
Maybe
You're
you can roll
going to
with more
take
confidence.
You're going to take 12d4 points of acid damage.
That could be worse.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have resistance to poison, or did we go over that you're not that kind of paladin?
I'm immune to disease, but
That
that's not
doesn't count.
It's dumb.
I'm going to roll 6 here at first, and then we're going to do it again. So, all 1.
What?
So that's 6 to begin with,
That's insane.
and then 16 on top of that. So 22 total.
That could have
Bruh.
been
I
way
was
worse.
lucky.
6 ones.
Oh, thank you,
Bro.
Roll20, for making this so much worse.
Only Will could roll 6 on a 64.
Yeah.
No, that's an
Only-
Andrew roll, if we're being
Oh
honest.
no, you're right. You're
That's
right.
true.
You're right. You're right.
Wow. Jeez,
It's a
that is
transitive
so
property.
Yeah.
underwhelming.
Yeah, that's
All right. Let me just double check my bonus actions here.
I feel bad for you, man.
I don't.
Well, it happens. It happens.
That would kill like 100 commoners. Please.
Yeah. And they are now going, and they are actually going to run back towards their throne. And they get like right in front of it. You can see them standing in the muck.
Come no further, I will be forced to obliterate you, though I will take great pleasure in it now.
And that is their turn. Lair action.
Fuck.
A green slime is going to try and drop on Hestor. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Okay, come on, you're good at these.
That's what I thought.
Nice, 25.
You succeed, and therefore you only take 2 points of acid damage.
Oh, gee, thanks.
No, gee, thanks. Hey, guess what?
That non-magic armor takes another -1.
Ooh.
Yeah, fuck off.
All right, Hestor, it is now your turn.
Hestor symbolically strengthens his resolve and peels off shreds of his melting armor and some flesh, but we don't have to talk about that. And is going to second wind as a bonus action. So he's going to regain some hit points. 10 HP back.
Okay, nice.
And as he's doing this, he's like slowly, like fucking anime style, just like marching forward, like knocking his bow. History is a dark and complicated place. We must all answer for the sins of our ancestors, but these were people trying to do better. They didn't need history to fuck them again. We got enough of that. So fuck you. And he's just going to shoot 2 arrows at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. 23 and 21 to hit.
That is a hit. Both of
Okay.
them.
Okay. And I didn't call sharpshooter again because I'm dumb, but we'll get there. He's angry, okay? He's building up.
That good old damage.
Ooh, that's some good fucking damage right there. So between both attacks, it's 23 points of damage.
Okay. Very, very nice. They are looking pretty hurt as these two arrows catches him in the side.
No, it cannot end here. No, you will not win.
All right, that is the entirety of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
I'm
that's
just
it.
asking. I'm asking.
This isn't about you, okay? I'm angry at myself.
Yeah. Keep forgetting it. All right, Artemis, you are up.
I feel like he's standing in this puddle of acid. Like you can see it like drip down, like burning holes through his mane, through his skin. You're seeing through into like the bared grin of his like feline grimace. And then like in a flash or almost preternatural speed, I'm gonna move and then bonus action dash to get right up on our boy right here.
Okay, you cross a distance and you start running into that green slime. You are going to take a little bit of damage from that.
It's all right.
You're going to take 3 points of acid damage as you jump into this puddle, and it like comes up to your ankles. You can feel it seeping into your boots, and you're on him, and he looks frightened. He's like, ah.
Good. No fear before you die. And
Red flag.
Yeah.
Dawn's edge is gonna burn bright, and I'm gonna bring it down on him.
All right, John said. Oh gosh.
All right, that is a number, which I
need
will
the
add to
total
another
number.
number.
It's all numbers, man.
I see. 19.
He's gonna cast shield and block it.
And he's gonna bring down Dawn's edge again,
Okay,
and that is a 22.
that hits.
And I'm gonna do a second level divine smite.
Oh,
Hell
God.
yeah, you are.
I picture Dawn's edge just like hitting the force field, and it shatters, and then you cleave into his chest.
He did.
Here comes the damage.
That is 20 points of radiant damage.
Okay, you hit him with that radiant damage, and you can see his body just like convulse and like this light just echo off of him. But then you see that Dawn's edge didn't cleave nearly as much, and he like looks down and looks up at you. I knew this would come in handy. What do you do, or is that all of your turn?
That is all my turn. I just look down at this
terrified.
pathetic spectacle of a man.
Okay. It is Friend's turn, and Friend crawls through the opening, appearing where Hestor once was, and moves another 10 feet, and is going to, seeing Hester's condition. Oh man. They are going to fling a third level healing word at you. So 3d4 plus 4.
Much obliged.
4, 3 for 7, 10. So 14 points of healing.
We'll take it. Hell yeah.
She's
I will protect you as your friend requested.
and that is Friend's turn. Scylla, you're up. You see
All right.
Artemis toe to toe with the Pudding King.
I gotta get in on that. Scylla is going to dash full 60 feet,
Okay.
and then she's going to bonus action Misty Step, final 30 feet.
Appearing right next to Artemis and the Pudding King. You land in this acid, and therefore you're going to take a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
You take 5 points of acid damage.
Okay.
But he just like his head immediately turns to you. What? How do you all move in such manner? Protect me. And as a special abilities, they are going to, you see them like claw out with their hand, and a pseudopod is going to try and wrap around your leg from the green slime that surrounds you all. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's go. 7.
Oh, God.
You become, or you get hit, actually, because I wasn't trying to grapple you there. You get hit for 3 points of acid damage.
Okay.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It adds up though. All right, and I will action surge.
Nice.
Yes.
Now
we're talking.
All right, you guys are the kings and queens of just burst damage. It's insane.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked.
That's a 26 to hit.
That's absolutely a hit.
It's almost like we're fighting demon lords or something.
Almost weird.
17 points of slashing.
17 points of slashing.
Hell yeah.
Includes
Still
the
up,
hunter's
but
mark.
he's looking very weak. You cut across him. I'm assuming you're still using Caliburn, right?
Oh yeah, it's caliber in 2 hands.
Yeah, so he like tries to duck and you cleave across his cheek, making this huge gash.
Second attack. It's only a 12 to hit.
That is a miss. It hits that like reformed arcane barrier.
Oh wait. Precision attack. I'll do that.
Damn, God, what? Wait, can you do that after I've already told you it misses?
Well, I already knew it didn't hit because it was a 12.
Fine.
I mean, come
Have
on,
it.
like, it
You can
wasn't a
have it.
surprise.
Whatever.
Good point.
I think I still have to roll pretty well on this D8 for it to actually hit because it's a 12, right? So
See, yeah, no, it's
17.
nope.
Yeah. See, I just burned a die. That was for you, Will.
Thanks for that, Sam. Hey, you know what, Sam? I appreciate you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
All right, is that all of Scylla's turn?
Oh yeah, that's it.
All right, it is Fell's turn on the other side of this barrier. What are you doing, bud?
All right, he's following suit, scurry through that hole.
This is where you started out. You're 10 feet behind. You see Friend, you see Hestor, and far in the distance you can see forms of Artomis, Scylla, and some small figure beyond them.
Okay. All right. So he's gonna get up next to Friend, sort of survey the situation. He's a little far away, and can he just sort of assess the room? Are there any threats in here apparent other than the Pudding King and what is obvious? Like, are there things that we're missing?
Make a perception check.
Okay. All right. Roll well, my friend. Roll well. You did not roll well, my friend. Let's go ahead and burn one of my knowledges, like it'll make a difference with that roll. This is a waste. See, we're all wasting stuff for you, Will. It's a 9.
I love it. A 9. Sorry, I totally blinked because I was so excited that you were wasting stuff. A 9 for what again? The knowledge and.
Oh, sorry, you weren't paying attention. I said natural 20 for a 28.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you learned nothing.
Great. That's what my teachers used to say.
Yeah, you don't see any other threats, but other than like these pools of acid that lay everywhere, you don't see any other oozes or jellies at this point. So you think you're in the clear, except for whatever the Pudding King has.
Okay. Then in that case, the only thing left he will do with his turn is look at the acid pool, quell the intrusive thought that's telling him to dunk his head in that for more power, and then end his turn.
It worked last time.
Okay.
It did not.
It is the Pudding King's turn. Oh boy. What am I going to do
This guy ain't nothing.
here?
The
He ain't
king
nothing.
who pudding comes to pudding.
I didn't like the sound of anything that came out of your mouth.
Excellent.
They are Yeah. You can see them like pull back and they go, "Watch your end come forth." And you see their mouth like expand out a little bit into these like chipmunk cheeks, and then dragon's breath version of acid at 3rd level. I need both you, Artemis, and you, Scylla, to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
I just barfed all over us.
It's okay, you guys have done really well with those so far.
Yeah.
21.
Nice.
Anyone? As a success?
14.
That is a failure.
Oh, man.
So-
That's close, though.
Hey, it was better than a 7.
It was so much better than a 7.
Almost 2 times.
Alright. Oof. Oh. So you take, Artemis, you take 19 points of acid damage, and Scylla, you take half.
So 10.
9.
Oh yeah, round it
Yeah,
down.
damage rounds down.
Yep. And they like hold out their hands and they go to take a step back. Whoever wants to can take an attack of opportunity.
I can't resist.
Do it.
Red flags.
Hey, look, I know,
All
but
red flags.
good news is it's only a 13. But I will precision it.
Okay, do it.
15 still doesn't hit. Damn it.
No,
Well, it's the beginning of a new round.
So-
He doesn't have the shield.
like this.
Doesn't have the shield. What was it again, the total?
15. Right?
Must have
Yeah,
missed.
15.
All right. I want to try it.
All right, go for it.
I wanna try.
19.
19 hits.
19.
19 hits.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how bad it
This
is.
is how you do it.
Yeah,
So
listen. 10 points of radiant.
Okay. You hit him once again. That damage just like kind of shines off of him, and then he just and then he fades away,
Oh no.
disappearing from sight.
Mm,
All right. It is Lipton. So it is going to be Friend who has to attempt to dodge this. Fail. And so they are going to take 7 points of acid damage as some green slime falls upon them. And it is now Hester's turn. You see the Pudding King disappear. And the two of you, Artemis and Scylla, you would know he did not cast any spell. He just like
Okay.
Hmm.
took like a step back, and all of a sudden just like arms up as in a come get me, disappeared.
So, okay. So I'm not going to waste time here. I don't have any way to detect him or figure out where he is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take shots. What's the range on this? Okay. So he's going to take... Where was the last spot that I saw the Pudding King? Like, where did he disappear
in
from?
front of where Hestor and Scylla were.
Okay. So what he's going to do is he's going to shoot 2 arrows at the... Well, he can only do this on 1. So I'm going to shoot an arrow where he was.
Okay.
Actually, let's say I'm going to shoot an arrow right where I'm pinging. So right to the left of his throne.
Sure, go ahead.
And I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay. What happens with that?
So what that's going to do is I'm going to roll to hit. If he's there, it'll hit him, but I doubt it. And I rolled ass anyway. But what it's going to do is it will explode in a 5-foot area. So each creature within 5 feet of where it hit have to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. So it's just like in front of Artomis and Scylla. Just all these thorns and missiles come down. I do have it marked on the GM screen here.
Okay, good.
However, you see no figures hit or appear peppered with arrows. So you're not sure if you hit someone or not.
Okay. And then I'm going to fire a second arrow. And I'm just going to shoot it straight on the other side of the throne. So, like, across this side here. I'm just going to shoot it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to, like, shoot it straight over Scylla's shoulder. Just in a straight line to see if that hits anything. Okay. And I roll balls again, so no, I do not.
Yeah, just you guys can see that are standing there in the acid, just these arrows landing into the muck and then just slowly beginning to dissolve, but nothing.
Yeah, and that's the end of his turn.
Artomis, you're up.
Well, sorry. Last thing he's going to use his movement to get closer.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Moving
he's
to the
just gonna
south
move
30 feet.
Yep.
Let's see.
You can see now that you're right there, so close, about 15 feet away from like the edge of this overly large throne, you can see the cocooned up until the neck, emaciated form of Tappy Foamstrap, Jimmy's mother, and her head is just like cocked to the side, and she's help, please. Please.
Artemis is going to step forward. He is going to take a swig from his potion of greater healing with his bonus action.
Nice.
So I'll roll for that. That is 4, 5. Man, I roll like me. 10 points, which is better than nothing. And then Artemis is going to use his axe. He's going to step up, actually kind of onto the throne, so that I'm not on the acid anymore.
Sure.
And I am going to cut Tappy free if I could.
Using your action, you're going to cut her free from the throne in her cocoon?
Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't even have to roll. You just slice through, and her body, like you can see a good amount of her clothing has been pitted or rotted away from the material, and like her body, she looks like she's probably lost 50 pounds, and she was not a big person to begin with, or at least what you understood her to look like. Because who knows if she really knows you or not, but she like collapses onto the throne, and she's just very weakly just, thank you.
Stay still, my friend. We will see you through this.
You're very kind. Did you kill him?
Not yet.
No, you must.
And she's like very barely trying to like grasp at your sleep. You must kill him. She's like beginning to weep. All right, it is Friend's turn, and Friend is, oh boy, they
Oh boy!
They are going to move 20, 25, 30 and get up just to the northwest of Hestor. Everybody's so far away, and for her to cast spells, it's difficult. So many are so close. Yeah, to be helpful here.
Yeah, Hestor is looking fine, so if it's a choice of how she uses resources, like, he's good.
She begins concentrating, and she pulls out like a small vial, drips it upon her hand, and pulls out like some herbs and throws it upon the oil, smears it on her two hands, and then slaps it onto your skin, Hestor, and casts Regrowth.
Ooh.
So you infuse a creature with natural magic, increasing its ability to recover from wounds for the duration, which is up to a minute. The beginning of each of its turns, the creature regains 1d4 hit points. So every time Hestor's turn comes up for the next minute, you get 1d4 hit points back.
All right.
And I will leave that on you to track. And it is a concentration for her. So if she gets hit, she could lose it.
Sure.
All right. It is Scylla's turn. Your prey has disappeared.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Talk to me about Hunter's Mark. Does that give you any bonuses when someone's disappeared?
It gives me advantage on perception and survival checks to find the individual.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Let's go. For me, it's not advantage, it's a straight roll because I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're not
That is
raging anymore, right?
21. I'm not raging.
You can smell them. That like shark sense of just blood in the water. You feel that your target is to the southwest, not too far away.
Southwest, not too far away. Definitely outside the Hail of Thorns.
Yes. You think I'm gonna move this to the right layer. So that yellow like circle, that was where the Hail of Thorns came over. You think it's just to the left of that, perhaps, that they are hiding.
Okay. Was that my action? The
Nope.
perception check?
I'm just gonna give you that one. I will call it the benefit of the Hunter's Mark on this.
Who's after me in the order?
It is Sefel, and then we are up at the top of the order.
With Hestor. I want to cast wall. I think I want a bonus action, use my greater potion of healing.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 11 points of healing. And then Scylla's going to whip out her right hand and blast a wall of water exactly where she knows that the Pudding King is standing.
Okay, you want to draw a line for me then?
Yeah, like I basically want to make it so that everyone can see where they're at.
Okay. All right. You feel like that's the
envisioning-
general vicinity. I'm not going to say you have a pinpoint, but roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
51 or above, you hit them.
You know what? I'm just going to do this in roll 20. 31.
So you don't see any like figure get caught up in the wall, but go ahead and with the marker, if you could mark it on roll 20 where this wall is for me, that would be wunderbar. All right. And that is your full action?
Correct.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Sefel, you are up.
Yeah, so Sefel is seeing sort of the direction that people are shooting in. He still has gravity adjusted, actually, so he has 40 feet of movement, so he can get right up where Hestor is. And he just sees Scylla firing off this line.
Yeah, this wall of water all of a sudden appears cutting through the slime that she stands in.
He's going to do a magnify gravity.
Okay, you're just trying to use some AoEs to potentially catch it.
Yeah, and it's got a 10-foot radius, so he's gonna cast it. He's gonna cast it right here.
Okay.
Like it's sort of that midpoint. So 10 feet out in all directions from this sort of vertice.
Okay. And what needs to happen to anybody in that vicinity?
So it is a Constitution saving throw of 17. If it fails, it takes the damage and is slowed. If it succeeds, it still takes half damage.
Okay. I failed, so roll damage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll roll that in roll 20. I'm casting this at 3rd level. Alright, did that show up? Yeah, yes, it did. So 24 points of force damage.
So here's what happens. You cast this, and like all of a sudden appears the Pudding King, and they just like crumple to their knees and like, no, please, and they're like reaching up towards the heavens. They're like, my lord, my faceless lord, please don't let this be the end. Have I not done all that you have asked? Please, don't let this be the end. And then just the force of the gravity thrusts them into the slime, and you can just then see their body after a moment rise up and then float, and it looks like their body then begins to dissolve.
Oh.
You're out of initiative. The Pudding King has been killed.
Hestor just keeps his beeline march to the end. And he's going to, not even paying attention, just wade in and like grab the Pudding King by whatever's left and drag him to the stone.
So you drag him out of the acid pool.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token. I'll move him with you. You pull him out, and you can see already, like, his chest cavity has been dissolved open, and viscera is just completely fallen out, and then, like, his lower body very quickly just, like, detached off and continues to melt in the acid till you just have the upper body, and the acid that's still on it continues to eat away at them.
What a goddamn waste. And he just kicks him over with his heel, so his face is in the dirt. And just walks away.
The body flops over. Artomis and Scylla, you stand there at the foam, and there's Tappy, and she can see the form of the Pudding King. She's like, oh, thank you so much. I never thought it would end.
How long have you been here? Oh, before and Artemis is gonna reach out, put his hand like onto the top of her chest, and I'm gonna pump 5 points of lay on hands into her.
Okay, you pump that into her. She begins to look a little more revitalized. She's like, I've been here. Thank you. I've been here for I'm not sure how long, perhaps months. My son, do you know my son, Jimmy?
Yes, we have met Jimmy the Brave, defender of Blingdenstone.
What? When did they earn such accolades?
He's been rolling with us, ma'am. And as you can see, we're good at what we do.
Thank you so much. And she's just like gripping onto your shirt and your robe more, and she's like burying her head into it, and she's just bawling her eyes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna she weighs next to nothing. I'm gonna pick her up and then just kind of like hop from the throne over to the stone to get her out of harm's way.
Sure. She weighs, you would think, hardly more than 60 pounds. She's very lightweight to you. Skeletal, almost. And so you move out onto the stone. Scylla, you're still in this acid. What are you doing?
Yeah, she'll drop the wall of water, and I think Scylla, when she sees Hestor drag the Pudding King out, her only thought is getting down every single person that is on the ceiling, dead or alive.
Mm-hmm. And
I think Hestor is more than happy to help in that endeavor.
Yeah, I think it's like shoulder to shoulder, working in silence.
so you guys start, like, you have to remember the ceiling goes like in almost like a roof's pitch, a 45-degree angle all the way to the top, which is probably 100 feet at its apex. Just dozens upon dozens of bodies kind of strapped and moaning and groaning.
Hestor's getting his money's worth out of those gloves of climbing and swimming. He's just sort of like gripping onto the wall. I think he's like using the like gross web slime to like take bodies off, like lower them down to Scylla.
Mm-hmm.
And Artemis has his slippers on, so once Tappy is safe and I think recommended into friend's care, Artemis will also climb up and help Hestor.
Okay. Do you want Friend to start healing these folks, or do you want her to?
Are these
take care
people
of you
still
guys?
alive?
Yeah, a good number of them are.
Yeah.
There's
I think-
like maybe 4 or 5 that don't make it, but you are able to pull down everybody, and there are 50 individuals that you are able.
I think
to
it's full
free.
triage. Like
Yeah.
Hestor and Starcaller get them down. Scylla like delivers them to Friend, and she starts healing them.
Okay. So she is going to, essentially with her Staff of Healing, she's going to burn all 10 charges using Cure Wounds on all of these. Actually, Mass Cure Wounds. She's going to do 2 of those. So you guys are going to get caught up in this as well. So for the first bump, you all get, oh, nice, 17 points of healing back.
Nice.
And then on the second one, you get 16 back. And that she is like, I cannot use my staff anymore. It must wait there. But she keeps going around to a number of other people, and she's going to burn a couple more spells here. Your regrowth there, Hestor, that fades away.
Mm-hmm. Is my armor still like actively melting?
It's not actively melting, but it has been damaged quite a bit.
Yeah. I think at one point, like, after we get everybody down and they're sort of being tended to, Hestor sort of doffs the armor and is just, like, lifting the leather, like, scraps of it.
Sure.
Well, that's not gonna get me any more mileage. And he just sort of leaves it.
Yeah. What do you guys do with all of these freed individuals now?
Safel, do you have means of checking in with our associates, Senny and the rest?
Not telepathically. I could.
Useless. Friend, how about you?
Let me think here. I could perhaps change and make my way to them personally.
If you would not mind, I hope that they have not paid too heavy a price for this victory, but we must get these folks to safety. But I fear what the conditions of the other oozes is now that their so-called king has been slain.
Of course, I will make my way to them.
And they change into a large, nasty-looking lizard and begin scurrying off into the distance.
After she goes, Artemis turns to Hestor. Why would you choose that? There's like 1,000 different things she could be. That's such a... Ugh.
When you live down here long enough, you don't question the people in the tunnels. You just let them do what they do, and we do what we do.
I like scales as much as the next guy. More than a lot, actually, but...
I've been told, and we're gonna leave that alone.
Do you all do you do anything with like these poor victims? Do you send them with Friend to like get back to the labyrinth, or
Oh,
not the
yeah.
labyrinth, but the maze?
I was more concerned about making sure that the area back was clear and then sending them back.
Yeah,
Sure.
Agreed. I'm worried because these people look like they have been through hell and back. I'm worried that moving them, trying to move them quickly and stealthily, is going to be too much for them physically.
Sure.
Yeah, so obviously we want to check out the area, but are we sticking around, or are we, like...
I'll make this a little bit easier for you. You've communicated to Friend that, like, check the pathways, the corridors, see if these people can get back safely, and then help escort them back before contacting, like, Senny and them. So you wait about 20 minutes, and she comes back in lizard form, unwild shape, and she goes,
The way is clear. I can guide them quickly. Come, friends, come.
and so she starts leading people back through that very small tunnel to go to the maze. And so you're all left here alone in the Pudding King's throne room.
I feel like Artemis is just like looking at like this throne that's like stretched over with this green yuck. All of this for another demon lord. All of this for what?
It seems as though there are individuals in the Underdark seeking power. And these Jubilex? Who is that?
Yeah, do we know that name?
I feel like we've heard that one.
I think we've heard it from Zagdamoy.
You can make Arcana checks if you'd like.
I'll help Safel.
Thanks, bud. He
I
doesn't
have
need it.
disadvantage. Well, rolling. I'm not helping.
I look at Safel and just like, it's not the fungus one. Or the one with the 2 heads.
Thank
I got
you.
a 7.
A 7 from Scylla. Failed. You don't.
It is
or
not the
you don't.
underwater one either.
Good. Hey,
I forgot
nice.
how helpful you all were. It's an 18 and a 19 for a 27.
For 27, you recall somewhere in your perhaps past life doing a lot of studies on some ancient figures. And Jubilex draws up to mind something known as the Faceless One, a demon prince, or sometimes called the Oozing Hunger. They are known as that in ancient grimoires. They're the demon lord of slime and ooze. They're a noxious creature that couldn't give a shit about plots or schemes. It exists only to consume, digest, and transform all living matter into more of itself. They have been described by the very few that have survived and seen it, even if in glimpse of dreams, as a bubbling mass of swirling black and green with innumerable glaring red eyes that float and shift within it. And mouths. Numerous mouths that appear and disappear all over its body. It shifts and moves. It uses pseudopods to drag victims into their body until it builds its mass into greater and larger forms. That's what the name Jubilex means to Safel.
Seems fine.
And as you recall that, you all hear a just like splashing of ooze and like something in the water. And then you see this large slimy hand latch onto the side of the chair, the back of the throne.
Enter phase 2.
For power, for glory.
There's this huge form, part humanoid, bottom half tentacled, as this horrible ooze-like form, partial form of the Pudding King, pulls himself up and over the throne.
I will eat you all, as Jubilex has blessed me.
I'll see you all next time.
Ooh, wee! That was a wild ending on that one, but you know what? We're glad you're here. We are rapidly getting close to 100 episodes, and it is great to have you here in the outro. Couple quick things. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We are publishing all of our episodes out to YouTube so that you can actually watch us playing the game instead of just listening. And then if you want to hop over in our Discord, we've got all sorts of people in there talking about the podcast. And, you know, we're also talking about Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate is out right now, and we're all loving it. And then we've got maps up in the Discord channel, some extra content with some other things. And if you have questions for us as players, we've got a little channel in there that you could submit for the bonus action segments. So really loving that. We hope to see you there. You can find all of our links at linktree.com/themadnesstable. And I think that's it. So we'll see you next time when
Madness continues.